Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars.
Hey guys, this is Aishi. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I edit my thumbnails and the apps that I use to do that. So I know that the thumbnail is probably the most important thing about posting a video online, because it is the first thing that your viewer sees and they decide whether they want to watch your video or not. And I think the apps that I found to edit my thumbnails are pretty easy to understand, and you can get a really good thumbnail in about 10 to 15 minutes. So if you want to see how to do that, keep watching. So the three main apps that I use to edit my thumbnails are Tessa, Canva and Background Eraser. So with Background Eraser, I erase the background of all the images that I'm going to overlay over my main image, and with Tessa I apply filters to the image that I'm going to be using as a thumbnail, and with Canva I add the text as well as the overlay images over the main image. And how I take my main image is that I go on Snapchat and I take a video of me with different expressions, and then later on I take screenshots of all the images that I could use as thumbnails. I think this is a really easy way to get a really nice thumbnail, and you don't have to be clicking images again and again, and you can just go back and take screenshots of all the images that you like. I personally like to have 3 to 4 options, and I think that's good. You should have options of the images that you would like to be your thumbnail. So now let's start editing, and for this video I'll show you how I made my Instagram followers control my day thumbnail, because I really like that one. So the first app that I use is Background Eraser, and basically I go onto there. So this is really difficult to explain, but for this thumbnail I had the polls added on the main image, and for those polls I used Background Eraser to get rid of the background and to only show the polls. So these are the polls, and you basically go onto them and you crop all the extra background, and then go into auto and you can get rid of the background. There are various other apps that you can use to get rid of the background, but I find this one the easiest to use. And you just basically tap and get rid of all the background. We are done. I'm done with one. Now I'm going to be doing 2 others, and then I'll see. So now that I'm done with the polls, I go on to Tessa and I edit the main image and add some filters onto this. So these are the 2 options that I chose, and basically I edit them and add filters onto them to make it a little more aesthetic. So I use the filter INSPR, and I take it to 30. Then I increase the exposure to about 15, decrease the contrast to about -15, go to shadows and reduce them, increase the highlights, increase the saturation a bit. So basically you can edit them however you want and just make them look a little aesthetic. So I do this to both the images, and then later on I'll have 2 options to see which one is better. So now that I'm done editing both the images, I save them to the gallery and will head on to Canva, where I make the final thumbnail. So basically when you go to Canva, you go to the search bar and type YouTube thumbnail. That way you can get the exact dimensions of the thumbnail, and you click on blank. The good thing about this app is that you already have so many options, so in case you don't want to make your own, you can just choose from all the options that you have available. Yeah, so I go to blank because we are making our custom thumbnail. We click on the screen, on the white blank screen, and I choose the image. And now you see this is the main image on which I'm going to overlay the polls. So now that I'm done with this, I click on the add button, click on image, and then I choose the polls. So I've got the first poll, and you can place it wherever you want on the screen. And this way, once you're happy with where it is placed, you can go on to the plus sign again and add the other poles. So now when I'm happy with this, we're gonna add the text. So I basically add the text at the bottom of the thumbnail. You can add it wherever you want. So you go on text. You can choose the text styles that are already available, or you can add your own custom one. And I usually add my custom one. So I'm going to type followers control my life. My favorite fonts are playlist script that I usually use, and then you increase it, and I add it to the bottom of the screen. So this is how the thumbnail turned out. Now if you see my final thumbnail that I posted with the video, I had an Instagram logo at the side. So that is and I don't have it in my sister's phone on which I'm editing this right now. But basically you can go on to Pinterest and you can look for the Instagram logo and then use background eraser and crop it and then put it by the side of followers. So that is how I put it on there. And then you can even add illustrations onto this. So I can add a heart. And you have to pay for a few of these, but all the free options are also pretty amazing. So I go with a white heart, and you can add it wherever you want. I'm not going to be adding it, but I'm telling you that you can add it. And then olive, in the thumbnail I also added my dog's name next to her image. So that is what I'm gonna do. And then I'll go into illustrations again and look for an arrow. So at the end, if you're not happy with how the image looks and you want to change the main image, you don't have to make the whole thumbnail again. You can just click on the main image and choose the other image and see if it looks better. And if it does, then you've got a new thumbnail. Yeah, I recommend that you have 2-3 thumbnails as an option, and then you can choose which one looks better. And then you just adjust it, go to this button and save it as an image. And then you can upload a custom thumbnail after you've uploaded your video. Yeah, so that was it for this video. I know I fumbled around a lot and it was probably really confusing, but this is the first tutorial that I've ever done, and I promise I'm going to get better. But if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also if you want to see other videos like this, like tutorials, make sure to leave a comment down below and make sure you subscribe. I post new videos every Thursdays and Sundays, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. वो दिख रही है पूरी.